And here we are back again. So for those of you that are wondering why we're doing this, I'm just going to give, since we normally talk about more than one topic, I'm just splitting them up into different topics. One, I'm hoping it will help with the algorithm a little bit, just to be full disclosure. But two, I'm hoping that some people get to see the parts of the show that they want to see and not want to see. So I appreciate all of you guys showing back up. I will be live again tonight at 6 p.m. For probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, going over Greg Doucette's Fatfluencer video. And that's all I'm going to say about that until then. So, but right now we're talking about how the anti-health movement argues against physics and calories in versus calories out. I sent this article dozens, and I mean dozens of times. Don't know how this is actually a thing, but oh wait, I gotta, give me a second. I gotta do this. Gotta do it this way. Okay, so here we go. So this is on Yahoo TV, Yahoo TV, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And this is saying by eating well, that eat less, move more doesn't actually work for weight loss, according to a study. Which is weird because, you know, it is just the law of thermodynamics. Okay. Now, if you are eating less by volume, but still have increased caloric density, unless it's eat less calories, burn more calories in versus calories out. There was a huge debate that went on between this guy, Dr. Tro, and Bull-Tide Ox on X this past week. And it's like people arguing against fucking calories in, calories out. You're just stupid. Okay, like it's what is like energy and matter are going to be created from you can't just magically produce it, right? Your body is going to ingest calories and either store it or use it. Okay, fucking reality, right? If it needs the calories, it is not going to store it. It's not. Now, there's many things that go into the calories out equation. Some of the calories out equation is dependent upon what you bring in, because different foods have different hormonal effects on your body, different cortisol effects. And the calories out is made up by many different variables, including your hormone levels, your age, the food you've eaten, your stress levels, cortisol levels, those sorts of things, right? So no matter what, there is not a person alive that cannot lose weight. Even people with Cushing's disease. Cushing's disease is like out of control cortisol disease, basically. It's the hormone, like it's your stress hormone, and it dampens your body's metabolic rate, like crushes it, right? But reality exists. If you still eat less than what you're burning, you're going to lose weight. Matter is not going to get created from nothing. It's still reality, right? So we'll go to this. Especially for the 42% of adults who fall under the umbrella of obesity, quote unquote. Stop putting quotes around obesity, you fat as fuck, motherfuckers. Stop it. Stop it. The coddling is the problem. We're going to coddle people into believing that it's not their fault. Their food habits and their moving habits are not their fault of why has nothing to do with why they're fat, right? Study found that only 20% of doctors included advice about how to accomplish weight loss. That's because most doctors don't know how to fucking lose weight, by the way. Just put it out there. Most doctors have no idea how to fucking lose weight. Our analysis identifies that clinicians mostly do not provide effective advice. And so even if patients were to follow the advice, they would be unlikely to lose weight. That's because you're going to a mechanic to do something that should be preventative, right? Like they know next to nothing about nutrition. Doctors are not taught about nutrition in in med school at all whatsoever. And it doesn't take much effort to be fully truthful. Don't eat ultra processed foods, get plenty of hydration, get plenty of sleep, get plenty of stress relief, move your body, and don't eat like a fucking asshole. It doesn't take that much. This research shines a spotlight on the need for more discourse, how to keep those seeking to lose weight. Help keep those seeking to lose weight. So the research points out that since obesity is multifactorial and individualized process, yes, but there can be a generalization of it much easier too. Much easier. There could be a radical generalization of it. Hang on a second. All right. Let's see if they talk anymore about this. I don't believe they do. I believe that's all they wanted to say. So this way I'll have a little time for Q&A for you guys, but I just wanted to get through this. If you're not losing weight, like I've had people come to me and be like, I've even tried being in a caloric deficit and I can't lose weight. Then you haven't tried being in a caloric deficit. I don't know. I don't understand like why we even entertain that shit. Like, I can't even lose weight in a caloric deficit. That's not true at all. That's true for 0 people on the planet. You know that? Like if you're in a caloric deficit, you are going to lose body fat. You are going to lose body mass at the very least. Okay. And to coddle it, to try to pretend that it's not true, does not do anybody a service. It just does not, you know? Fiber blocks some calorie absorption, and most ultra-processed foods have little to non-dairy fiber. It's still like, I mean, meat's better for you than ultra-processed food too. You know, can't trust nutritionists anymore either. No, because they're all getting paid for by they're all getting paid. Like they're literally getting paid by fucking big food and big pharma. You know, like if your nutritionist, if your dietitian tells you don't worry about being 300 pounds, fire them. Report them. We've got to get back to reality. I say all the time, reality exists, and I'm just seeing this shit. Like, why are we even having these arguments? Like, why do I need to argue about this? You know, I don't get it. Why do we even need to like argue about this? It's so silly, you know. What I tell people is that it comes down to the simple equation. You need to take in a few calories, and then your body is capable of burning. And it's amazing how many people argue that. It's insane. Like this whole thing on fucking on Twitter this past week, on X this past week, with these guys arguing about it. It was insane. And the dude is a doctor. The dude that was like, oh, calories in, calories out isn't actually the thing. It's fucking it's thermodynamics. It's not going to fucking change. Your body is going to run on energy. It creates ketones. It creates glucose. It is going to run on something, right? That shit's not going to come from nowhere. And if you eat more than you need, that shit's going to get stored as fat. It's just fucking reality. I once had a nutritionist who out of nowhere went haze. I quit immediately. The practice probably incentivized her to do it. Trying to explain to people with hormonal issues, it's still a matter of calories in, calories out is tackling a brick wall. Yeah, because they're looking for an excuse. Because while they have a reason that might be harder for them, if you have a hormonal imbalance, it's even more important. It's even more important that you are meticulous about it. I hear that all the time. What about she's 400 pounds, but she might have hypothyroidism. The 400 fucking pounds, she's smashing food. And even if she wasn't, if her hypothyroidism will end her up at 400 pounds, that means it's more of an important factor for her to be extremely fucking diligent, because no matter what the reason, 400 pounds for a woman is very fucking bad. Very, 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 300 pounds for anybody of average height is very fucking bad. 300 pounds for anybody of average height is very fucking bad. Very. Most people of average height, most men of average height, the weight 250, they're not going to live long. because it's 250 low muscle mass. They probably have 50% body fat, you know? And if your hormones are all fucked up and you're depressed, it's likely because you're fat. It's likely because of the food you've eaten to get fat, and the fact that fat is an actual organ that releases estrogen and shit like that. It fucks with your emotions. It's silliness. I mean, I like, people are like, oh, you're so mean because I'm telling people the truth. Fuck off. Fuck all of you. Fuck off. Oh, you weren't kidding when you said you're back in a few minutes. No, right now. When a person with a body I don't want to have, don't want to have, tells me how I don't to eat, I don't listen. If you're 300 pounds, don't give me advice. Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's real. I totally agree with that. They always come up with excuses about conditions, but I tell them, I repeat, take in fewer calories and your body is capable of burning. It's PCOS, hypothyroidism, Hashimoto's, like, I mean, all of it. All of it. I understand it makes it harder. I'm not saying it doesn't. I never once said it did not make it harder. I will say that PCOS gets worse the fatter you get. Hypothyroidism is normally pretty manageable by lifestyle, and if you need medication, then medication. I mean, it's this plus your actions that create the fucking fatness. It's not just that. No, nobody can not lose weight. Most of my doctors are obese, and nearly everyone who works within a local hospital too seems hypocritical. Well, they know shit. They don't know shit. Like, I keep trying to tell this to people. Doctors don't know shit about health. Doctors know shit about repairing health. Doctors know how to fix shit. They don't know how to remain healthy. Doctors lead like some of the most unhealthy fucking lifestyles when it comes to sleep, hydration, stress relief. Their activity is normally pretty fucking shitty. Like, the food served in hospitals is horrible. I know, because I used to fucking, buy the food, procure it, and hire the people that cooked it. It's just fucking reality, because the hospital wants to make money. I lost 7 pounds Thanksgiving weekend. I was working extremely long hours and I wasn't hungry. It doesn't matter it matters what you eat. That's it. Exactly. 100%. 100%. 323 was my wake-up call. Get at it. Hormone imbalances make the calorie control more difficult, but you still need to control the calories. But people don't want to hear that. That's it exactly, Michael. That's it exactly. This is it right here. Yep, I crave sugar. I crave sugar when I'm sad. I used to eat sugar, which I used to eat the sugar, which I have learned makes me sad, which makes me want sugar, and around and around I go. It's very similar to that. It's an addictive cycle right there. Even though I wasn't super big, hitting 198 was my highest and lowest point. I don't see how people let it get to the point where they can't fit in a seat. Exactly. Good for you for waking up to it. Good for you. If you're 400 pounds, you need to be 7'8" to be at the top end of the normal BMI. Think about that. And how many people we have that approach that number. I mean, for us, it's sad. Like, it's sad that we have to talk about how skewed it is. We have to talk about this. Fucking, I mean, we're discussing 400-pound people because there are a lot of them now. Even 6 years ago, that was a circus performer or act, and now it's just like everywhere. Like 23-year-old girls, 400 fucking pounds. Like that one rapper girl, Dank the Moss, she's 550. She's in her 20s. 550. You're dead. You're not going to live long. Why should I even fucking listen to a word you fucking said? I mean, you're ridiculous, right? I totally went from obese to bodybuilding using calories and calories. Of course. Of course. Calories in, calories out is grossly oversimplification of metabolism, which consists of many ridiculously complex interacting biochemical processes. No, it's not. I mean, it's not an oversimplification. It's a very generalized. It's a very generalized tool. If you're eating X amount of calories or around X amount of calories, and you're doing X amount of activity, and you are not losing weight, you either need to increase the activity and or lower the food you're eating. Now, if you're looking for optimization, because that's what you're talking about metabolic optimization, which I don't suggest anybody really does or tries to do, because then it's like you are going to eat everything that's for your body, that will optimize your hormones and optimize your sleep and optimize this and optimize that, blah, blah, blah. It is not an oversimplification. It is the base rule, and then there's things that go along with it. It's not nearly it's only an oversimplification for stupid people. I'm just letting you know. Got my entire family on a healthy eating plan. They saw my success and are encouraged to try. Hell yeah! If my 60+ obese parents can change, anyone can. Tina, that is awesome. That is awesome. Did you hear about the mom and her kid that were kicked off of Southwest for a person of size? I did not, but it doesn't surprise me. Fucking ridiculous. I'm 5'5". About what weight range is a healthy BMI for my shortness? I'm not, our male, female, like, I would imagine somewhere around like 140 pounds, somewhere in there. 140 to 160 maybe. I don't have it memorized. You can look that chart up on your own, dude. I saw an article today from my old hometown talking about a girl who was 17 and 251. It's abuse. She's been abused by her parents. I just saw you tagged me. Thank you very much. Calories and calories, that also works for autoimmune disorders. Yes, it does. It helps lessen them to a great degree. Sorry, I thought I heard somebody knocking. Question: what is the supplement you always recommend for PCOS? I want to send it to my sister, Alchemy, and I'll send you the links right here. Alchemy is our glucose disposal agent, and you can get it right here along with the Holy Trinity Weight Loss Bundle and Morbidity at the Ambrosia Collective. Boom. It has berberine in it, which will help with PCOS, but it also has NC2, which helps with blood sugar regulation and insulin sensitivity also. So I just shared the link in the chat. Thank you very much for asking. If you really want to help, take No Morbidity and Alchemy together. The two of them together will pretty much block your biological, it'll blunt the biological mechanism that creates hunger in your stomach. It helps you reduce glycemic response of food by almost 50%. It helps avoid sugar cravings. It kind of takes that food noise away. It leaves you satiated and satisfied on much smaller portions of food. Seeing lots of people with very good success stories on it. Very good success stories. My NOMO comes tomorrow. I have 24 pounds to lose. Any advice for just starting off on it? Start taking it at the time of day that you know you're going to always take it at. I take mine in the morning. I took mine already because I seem to remember to take it more often. But I also it helps with my stress relief during the day because my evenings are not stressful. I'm able to fall asleep like that now. But my day is stressful normally, But also make sure an ounce of fluid per pound of body mass, an ounce of fluid per pound of ideal body mass. So if you want to lose 24 pounds, find out what that would make you weigh, where you would weigh at that, not having that 24 pounds off of you, and drink that many ounces of fluid in a day. Try to get 75% of that in before your midday so it doesn't keep you up at night going to the bathroom. I'm giving Ambrosia Planta for Christmas. Bought a few of the sample packs, and that's awesome. That's awesome. We need to build walkable cities for people so they can walk around. I'm not saying we don't, but that has nothing to do with their health. They'll just get motorized scooters or something like that. We need people to take personal responsibility for their fucking health and their actions. That's what we need. We don't need to fucking coddle, cater, fucking change shit anymore. We need these people to take personal responsibility. We have spent enough money. We have changed enough fucking things. We have ass patted them enough and we have coddled them enough. We have given enough 8th place fucking trophies. We need these people to start taking their fucking responsibility to society and themselves seriously. That's what we need. That's where you can get alchemy and everything like that. Losing a couple of hundred pounds is the greatest high you'll ever imagine. From hardly being able to move to just loving to be moving. Everybody congratulate that motherfucker. Congratulations. God damn, that's amazing. Hell yeah. Alan Roberts, do you still have availability for coaching? Yes, we do. And here is the coaching deals that we've got going on right now. And I'm going to be releasing my New Year's deals here really shortly. Really shortly. And there's going to be some limited spots for some incredible New Year's deals. I put the links in the chat just now. What makes it worse is that she's out from out of country, so not familiar with what she does. I got you. This is a good point. Those in the medieval age lived commonly into their 70s and 80s. It's sad how far we've fallen, because right now that's still about the fucking average age of life expectancy. We're just sickly as fuck. So in medieval age, people lived as long as they live now, or around to about as long as they live now. With all of this medical science, you've got to ask yourself, what's the fucking problem? Should we not be living into the hundreds right now? You know? Are they available in Canada? Yes, you can get them from Ambrosia Collective in Canada. You can get them from Tiger Fitness in Canada. Alchemy and Nomo by Killing My Hunger showed me that I had a big problem with boredom eating. Great. That's a great analysis right there. Great analysis right there. Great analysis. By the way, here's the coaching deals. Can you send some heat up this way? I'm stuck in Indiana snowstorm and it's cold. It's not even 70 fucking degrees here today. I'm not sending any warmth any fucking where. Fuck, it needs to get warmer here before I can fucking send warmth anywhere. Shit needs to follow me when I go up to Pittsburgh too. Wondering if your products would actually help him get ahead. Who? Lady Sparta, I don't know. All I saw was you saying, do you deliver in Canada? That's all I got from you. I don't know who you're talking about, but I would hope that would help. Yes, in the medieval age, if you lived through childhood, your lifespan was similar to the average today, right? Fucking crazy. We all need to watch the documentary Super Size Me to educate people. I've watched. It's crazy. 114 to 120, 21 pounds lost at 5 feet. What is a reasonable monthly goal? I mean, if you lose 1% of your body mass in a week, that's fucking killing it. So 0.5% is a reasonable goal. So 0.6 pounds a week for 20 weeks. It's a reasonable monthly goal. So 3 pounds a week. 2.5 to 3 pounds. 2.5 to 3 pounds a month would be good. So sad. Where we live in, where parents are burying their children from fucking food, and I agree with this right here. Morbidly obese children should be considered as child abuse victims. I completely agree with that, 100%. So listen, folks. I am going to let everybody get off here. I will be back at 6 p.m. tonight to discuss Greg Doucette's Fatfluencer video. I hope all of you are there. I hope to see you there, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Hope everybody has a great day. God damn.